A night in the library. Peter always loved reading books, but he never expected that one day he would experience an adventure that he couldn't find in any of them. One evening, when the sun had long set, Peter was sitting in his room, browsing through his favorite books. Suddenly, he heard a soft knock on the door. "Peter, there's a letter for you," his mom called out. The boy jumped off his bed and ran to the door. In his mother's hands, he saw a carefully sealed envelope with the words, "The Mysterious Library," written on it. Peter opened the envelope with excitement and read, "Dear Peter, we invite you to spend the night in our library. Come tonight at midnight. An unforgettable adventure awaits you, your books." Peter couldn't believe his eyes. Was it possible that the books were inviting him? He decided not to tell his parents and to sneak out of the house at midnight. The midnight journey. When the clock struck midnight, Peter quietly slipped out of the house and headed towards the library. It was dark and silent, but the door was ajar, as if someone was waiting for him. He entered and closed the door behind him. The library was quiet, but Peter felt that something was different. Suddenly, books began to fall off the shelves, and their covers opened by themselves. Peter watched in disbelief as characters from the books started to come out. There were knights, dragons, fairies, and pirates. All the characters came to life and began talking to each other. "Welcome, Peter," called a knight in shining armor. "We've been waiting for you." Meeting the heroes. Peter approached the knight, who introduced himself as Sir Arthur. Beside him stood a beautiful fairy named Lily and a pirate named Jack with a wooden leg. "Why am I here?" Peter asked, still unable to believe what he was seeing. "We wanted to show you something important," answered Lily. "We've noticed that you've been having trouble controlling your anger lately. We want to help you understand how to deal with your emotions differently." A lesson from the dragon. The first lesson came from a dragon named Smokey. Smokey told Peter about how he used to be very angry and destroyed everything around him. But then he learned that there were other ways to express his emotions. "When I feel angry, instead of destroying things, I try to breathe deeply and count to 10, said Smokey. "It helps me calm down." Peter decided to try this method the next time he felt angry. Smokey showed him how to do it, and Peter noticed that he indeed felt better. Fairy Lily and the magic of empathy. Next, Lily took Peter to her land full of flowers and butterflies. There, she taught him how important it is to understand the feelings of others. "When you hit someone or throw stones at them, you cause them pain," said Lily. "Try to think about how you would feel if someone did that to you." Peter understood that his behavior hurt others, and that he wanted others to treat him with respect. He decided that he would try to be more empathetic. A pirate adventure with Jack. Finally, Pirate Jack took Peter on his ship, where he taught him the importance of cooperation and respect for others. "On a ship, we all have to work together, or we won't get anywhere," said Jack. "The same goes for your life. If you cooperate with others and respect them, life becomes easier and more enjoyable." Peter realized that aggression and anger lead to nothing good. He decided that he would try to be a better friend and cooperate with others. As dawn approached, the characters from the books began to return to their places on the shelves. Peter felt that he had learned a lot during that extraordinary night. He returned home with new skills and a determination to be a better boy. When he woke up in his bed the next morning, he wondered if it had all been just a dream. But when he saw a small note on the table that said, "Remember our lessons," he knew it had been a real adventure. A new day, a new approach. The next day at school, Peter met his friends. When he felt himself starting to get angry, he remembered the lessons from Smokey, Lily, and Jack. Instead of hitting or throwing stones, he took a deep breath and counted to 10. Then he tried to understand what others were feeling and how he could help them. His friends were surprised by Peter's new behavior, but they quickly noticed that he was now a better friend. Peter felt happier and proud of himself. In the evening, as he was going to sleep, Peter thought about his nighttime adventure in the library. He knew he would always remember the lessons that taught him how to deal with anger and aggression. He fell asleep with a smile on his face, ready for new challenges and adventures that awaited him every day. Peter learned that controlling anger and aggression is possible through understanding his emotions and empathy towards others. His nighttime adventure in the library showed him that there are better ways to express his feelings, and that it's worth being a good friend. Now Peter knows that he can always rely on his new skills to handle difficult situations.